Hello, hockey fans. Austin here with a free agency update. Now, obviously, those of you who tune in regularly, you know I'm a big Oilers fan. My second favorite team is the Boston Bruins. But today's video, at least this one that you're currently watching, isn't really entirely about Edmonton or the moves that they've made or haven't made. As of the recording of this video, the Oilers have not really made any deals. They traded Arvidsson to Boston, which I will go over in a separate video. So keep an eye out for that. I will have like a full recap of free agency when it comes to what Edmonton ends up doing. Maybe they just stand pat, but holy smokes, I needed to get a video out today to talk about Ken Holland and the Los Angeles Kings. Now, obviously, us Oilers fans, we are very familiar with the Los Angeles Kings. We have faced them 4 times in a row in the Stanley Cup playoffs in the first round, and the Oilers have defeated LA 4 consecutive years. Now, the LA Kings made a change at the GM position this summer. Ken Holland has taken over, and Ken Holland had a lot of cap space to work with as of today's free agency. And what Ken Holland has done with that cap space is nothing short of terrorist activities, terrorist actions with the LA Kings. Kings fans, I'm so sorry, but I have to talk about this, right? Like I legitimately have to talk about this because this is wild. And yes, how does it affect the Oilers? Well, they are in the Pacific Division, and the Oilers might have an opportunity to I don't know. Let's just say maybe they don't meet in the first round this year for various reasons. I won't get too far ahead of myself, but holy smokes. Okay, so we're going to start with the first signing of the day for LA, which was Corey Perry signed a 1-year deal in LA. Of course, in Edmonton, we loved Corey Perry, but what Corey Perry was asking for from the Oilers was just a little too rich for his age. I am concerned that he ran a bit of a PDO heater last season. He scored 19 goals in the regular season. He had another 10 in the playoffs, shot at a very high shooting percentage. I just can't see that happening again with his age, the age curve, his lack of foot speed. And so he goes to LA, $2 million AAV on the cap hit, and then potentially can earn another $2 million with bonuses. That's pretty rich. So for Stan Bowman walking away from Corey Perry, I don't blame him on that. Then they signed Yoel Armia, who I think is a good forward, and they actually locked him up to a pretty good deal, $2.5 million a season for 2 years. I think that's a good deal for LA. Nothing wrong with that one. It's this one right here. So they signed Cody Ceci to a 4-year contract with an average annual value of $4.5 million. And not only are they giving Cody Ceci $4.5 million per season for the next 4 years, he's 31, by the way, and his market value, according to Dom's metrics, is like $1 million on the market. He gets $4.5 million. They also gave him trade protection for those 4 years. Oh my God, what is happening? So they trade Jordan Spence, they lose Gavrikov to free agency, and then they're like, you know what? Cody Ceci's the guy. I don't understand this fascination with Cody Ceci that NHL GMs have had for however long Cody Ceci has basically been in the NHL. This is outrageous. If I was a Kings fan right now, oh my God, I would just be like losing it on a video. Like if there's any Kings creators out there that you want me to check out, please let me know in the comments section. I want to know what their reaction is to that. That is unbelievable. That is legitimately like Ken Holland is a terrorist. Like, I'm just putting that out there. Obviously, when I use that term, I don't mean a literal terrorist. YouTube demonetization. Please don't do that to me. And then they signed Brian Dumoulin, 3-year contract with an AAV of $4 million per season. Oh my God. And then they signed Anton Forsberg to a 2-year contract with an AAV of $2.25 million. Goodness gracious. What on earth are the Los Angeles Kings doing? What is Ken Holland doing? What is Ken Holland doing? Now, this puts into perspective what Edmonton has not done so far, and they have not signed any contract that has been, you can look at and be like, oh my God, that is like terrible. Now, there was a lot of discourse around Trent Frederick's contract, but after seeing what Tanner Jeannot got in Boston, I mean, I think Trent Fredericks is going to age much better. Tanner Jeannot hasn't had more than 20 points in a season since 2021, 2022, when he scored 24 goals or whatever it was. I don't know, man. Like some of the contracts that we're seeing today, and this happens every year, right? We know the salary cap's going up. We see this every year. There are some teams that just inexplicably destroy whatever cap space they have. The LA Kings had a ton of cap space to work with today. Now, it sounds like they were trying to get in on guys like Brock Besser, and there were different players that they were in on, but those players ended up re-signing with their teams, and that happens too, so then you have to pivot to plan B. Ken Holland's plan A is not good, and his plan B is even worse. If I'm the Edmonton Oilers, if I'm Stan Bowman, I'm absolutely calling Ken Holland and being like, hey, you want to try and make a deal for Darnell Nurse? Your boy that you signed to that big contract? Do you want to take that contract off of our hands? Let's see if we can make something work. Hey, Darnell, get into the room here. You're going to go to LA. We're going to try and sell you on Los Angeles. What a beautiful city. You can reunite with a lot of your former teammates. You got Cody Ceci, Warren Fogle, Corey Perry. Go on over to the LA Kings and have a blast, Darnell Nurse. Seriously, if you're a GM in the NHL in 2025, you better be ringing Ken Holland's phone off the hook every single day. You keep calling until he blocks your number, because Ken Holland is just outrageous with what he has done with the Los Angeles Kings cap space situation. That is unbelievable. Kings fans, I need to hear from you. And of course, Oilers fans, we are going to have a lot to talk about later today and then throughout the rest of the week. If you missed my podcast from yesterday, I collaborated with Nolan from the 1-for-1 podcast. It's an hour and 40 minutes long. We had live reactions to the Brad Marchand signing, the Evan Bouchard signing, the Aaron Ekblad signing. Like there were so many things that happened during our podcast recording in yesterday's episode that it was so much fun. Nolan was absolutely amazing from the 1-for-1 podcast. I'll leave a link to that video. I'll leave a link to the 1-for-1 podcast as well for those of you who want to check out their content. They are incredible. They are great Oilers fans, and I can't wait to collaborate more in the future with them. I can't wait to collaborate in general with more creators. I can't wait to keep making content here. Like I said, I had to get a video out today talking about Ken Holland. I cannot believe what he has done. The Trent Frederic contract now, in hindsight, looks much, much better. Evan Bouchard, obviously, the sticker price, there's still that sticker price shock from a lot of fans, but I still think that that is a good contract. I would have liked it long term. I would have liked it 8 years. And of course, if and when Connor McDavid signs his extension, I will obviously have a video for that. There's so much to talk about. I know many of you were looking forward to a live stream today, but because of how thin the free agent market was, the lack of trades, the lack of moves from Edmonton so far, I just ended up not going live. So we'll see if there's any more news coming out here. I haven't seen anything too crazy on Twitter. I'm just kind of refreshing the Twitter feed. Cole Koepke to the Jets. Wow, that's incredible. Ronnie Attard to the Philadelphia Flyers. Look at that. Okay, so anyways, I'm getting distracted by that. I'll see y'all soon, Oil Country. Let me know all of your thoughts on Ken Holland. Oh my God, do you think it's good that Bowman has let a lot of his players go? What do you think of Ken Holland's moves in Los Angeles? Make sure you tell someone that you love them, and as always, fight like a kid, fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. We'll see you soon. Take care.